Welcome back to the Wayback Chronicles podcast, brought to you by Keith Abbott, Steve McKelkey, and me, Noel Kirsch. On this episode, we're going to be talking about TV and movies of 1986. And Steve, take it away.
Alrighty, so 1986, if I did my math correctly, I was in 8th grade. Keith, you were in 9th grade. You were a freshman in high school, and Noel, you're in 3rd grade.
Probably.
Like that. No,
I think that sounds right.
Noel's younger than 3 of us. Anywho, so I'm going to kick it off with the movie. Both TV and movies are equally good in 1986 and highly nostalgic. You know, we were in our youth. You know, we had probably some favorite shows we watched. We rarely get to watch those as adults, but this brought back some good memories and just some funny moments, and all come to us from TVs and movie theaters. But so I'm going to start with the films of 1986 and really what the top 10 highest grossing films of 1986. And any guess, thinking back, what was the highest grossing film in 1986?
Was that Ghostbusters year?
I feel like it.
Nope.
It wasn't Back to the Future, was it?
No.
That was 85, I think.
I'm trying to remember, when was Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Okay.
Spot on. So Top Gun took the number one spot at $176 million gross.
Wow.
U.S. box office. So these are all U.S. boxes, not worldwide box office proceeds. But number 2 was a movie, honestly, I forgot existed. It was Crocodile Dundee.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that they did a Crocodile Dundee 2. Did they do a 3? You remember?
I don't remember. I remember 2 was terrible.
It's like it came to New York or something like that.
Yeah, it was not good.
Should have stopped.
Yeah. Sometimes some things just need to be best left alone, and that was one of them, because the original was so good.
Yeah, the original was really good.
Totally. Number 3 overall with 138.5 million was the movie Platoon.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I've actually watched this or not. I think I have, but it's like I wrote it down. I was hey, look, I need to find time over the Christmas holiday to watch that again, because I don't think I ever completely watched it all the way through. So
it's good. It's who's that actor? The very end, the last scene. Keith, you saw it, didn't you?
I don't know if I actually saw it all the way through. I remember I've seen most of it, but it wasn't in the theater for sure. It's
good stuff. I mean, it's pretty powerful movie. William Dafoe is the guy I'm thinking.
That's
of.
right. Yeah.
Very dramatic scene right at the very end. If you haven't seen it, I won't ruin it, but yeah, it's pretty good. Good movie.
Yeah. So the number 4 overall box office was at 115 million and they should have stopped after the first one. But was the Karate Kid Part 2.
Oh, wow. That's where he goes to Japan.
Yeah, I thought Part 2 was pretty lame.
Yeah. 3 got worse. 3 was really bad. Oh, yeah. I remember he kind of like, he kind of like started getting a gut in that movie, I remember. I was like, wow, Karate Kid let himself go. California wontons are really...
Can't do the pelican kick. He's out there doing like the penguin kick or something.
Yeah, that's going on.
Doing the mashed potato.
Do the twist.
All righty. Number 5.
Steve's response. All righty.
I
don't know how to transition out of that. All right.
Back to the top 10. Number 5 overall was Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
Yeah. One of the more well-received ones of the Star Treks with the original crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with y'all. Like, y'all know I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
To me, like Star Trek is the perfect cure for insomnia. I say that about a lot of things, but I can't get into it. It's give me the Millennium Falcon over the Enterprise any day. Okay,
that says a lot from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
So we've talked about comedians in past episodes, and one of our favorites we've all talked about is Rodney Dangerfield, and so this was his movie Back to School.
Oh my gosh, the triple Lindy.
Oh yeah, I mean, the triple Lindy, doing the armpit sound right before he And he's in a hot tub, and he asks the girl to help him straighten out his Longfellow. And
that was a great movie.
Oh yeah, totally. Definitely go back and watch that one again.
Oh, now I have to also.
Yeah, totally. Number 7 overall was Aliens.
Okay,
and, I've watched it once, and it was okay.
Are you serious? That's one of the best. That's the best Alien movie in my opinion.
Yeah, it's good.
I loved that one.
Yeah.
When she breaks out that big old like mech that she gets into to fight the queen or whatever. Man, that was so cool. Like Steve is like, I don't remember it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Steve glazes over.
Yeah, didn't have any sports in it.
I know. If the alien was like a basketball star, now Steve's all in it.
Alien starring Shaq.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Aliens playing basketball, Steve's. Oh, I'm interested now.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet Larry Bird could beat that alien though.
Oh, no doubt.
Punk.
No doubt. I mean, he would trash talk the aliens.
He would.
So number 8 was a movie I don't remember at all. It's called The Golden Child. Do y'all remember this?
Yes, I do. Isn't that the one with Eddie Murphy? Am I thinking that right?
I think you're right.
He's like, I want the knife, please.
That didn't help me at all.
You're absolutely right. It is, but I don't remember it.
I want the knife, please. Y'all remember that?
I don't remember
it. Now I got to go look it up.
Now I got to watch it.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no. I'll send you a clip because
that would be great.
Crazy.
All righty.
I do not doubt you at all with movie quotes. No,
yeah,
so. I know that one because it's one like when I think of movies, there's like usually like 1 or 2 quotes per movie that are like standouts, and that one is one. Even Linda knows that one. She'll quote that whenever we talk about.
That's awesome.
I want the knife.
No stroking out there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, and number 9 is also one I don't remember, called Ruthless People.
I remember the name of it. Let's
me too. I feel like I should say, oh yeah, that's one with so and so, but I need Noel to tell us.
Yeah, I don't.
It was a funny moment from it.
Danny DeVito and Bette Midler.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Bette
remember
Midler.
Yeah, probably why I passed.
Don't know that one.
Sam Stone hates his wife so much he wants her dead. He's ecstatic when she's taken by a duo of kidnappers who want $500,000 ransom in exchange for her life. Fully intending to ignore every one of the kidnappers' demands in the hopes that they do him a favor and murder her for him, the 2 confused kidnapper, which is Judge Reinhold and Helen Slater, have to figure out how they're going to get their money and what they're going to do with the overbearing Barbara. So that might actually be pretty funny. Interesting. I've heard it, but I've never seen it. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that now.
I sent you all that clip for
awesome.
Cold Child.
And then number 10 at 70 million, I think it should be much higher on this list, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh my gosh. That has to be one of those movies that gained steam and traction after this year, because that should be number 1. I mean, that and Top Gun should be the 2 from this year.
For sure.
I would say that probably like Top Gun, Ferris Bueller, as far as iconic movies, are probably parallel.
Oh yeah, no question.
Man, I think we all have our Ferris Bueller quotes or moments that we've relived or recreated on our own, just to be just like Ferris.
No question.
Bueller.
Oh, every time nobody answers me, that's what I say to this day. Bueller.
One of these days, I'm gonna put a car on Jackson, put it in reverse, try to reverse the mileage. And
there you go.
Crash out of a glass garage. Can't wait to do that one these days. But
I don't know that would actually. I don't think it works.
No, it doesn't, and it didn't.
It didn't in that movie either.
It ended disastrously for them.
Yeah, it did. That's one of those that's still on those like Gen X Facebook pages these days. Like you can never recognize a movie from a picture, and it's just a picture of that garage. and you instantly know what movie it is. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That was such a cool garage, like out in the middle of that little piney wooded area. I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna have enough money to have that, and I'm still waiting for that day because that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good one. He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who's going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious. Thank you, Simone. No problem. The question isn't what are we going to do? The question is what aren't we going to do today?
Oh man.
So, any guess as you think about the top 10 we just went through? Which one of those top 10 would you say got the best film for that year?
It's got to be one of the lame ones. It always is the lame ones. I would say Ruthless People or something like that.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah, I think especially recent years that sentiment is very, very true, and I think there was actually some credibility in this one for 1986 is definitely not in that mold. It's the movie Platoon.
Okay. Oh, that's right. It did. Okay, I remember it did
it's
win.
Sort of refreshing that movie got it. That's the way it should be. And Oliver Stone, who was the director, got Best Director for that year.
Yep.
Really, the Platoon took a lot of the top awards for that year in the movie, especially the movie Academy Awards, Golden Globes, which still is a hilarious name. But they didn't have the Screen Actors Guild back then.
That's right.
But, anyway, just that's the big thing. So news and tidbits just from the year 1986 in movies was this is the year that Pixar Animation Studios was founded.
Oh, awesome!
Wow. Think about all the great movies that
man
sort of broke out during our college lives.
Yeah, it did.
Like Toy Story and so forth. That
still have to act like a child.
Yeah.
Then I had kids that have an excuse to go again. It was cool.
Yeah. April 26th of 1986, Arnold Schwarzenegger married Maria Shriver. Have y'all seen her lately?
I haven't.
Mm-mm.
Just like Madonna, age has not been good to her.
Oh man!
Oh really? That's too bad.
Yeah. The Great Mouse Detective was released in July 2nd, and to positive reviews and is critical and financial success, just behind Amazon Trail. And it's one of the movies that pulled Disney Animation Studios out of bankruptcy.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's the interesting thing about that one. Not a whole
hard to believe that was ever a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about them now, it's like, how could they have ever been in danger? It's crazy.
Then I guess that two notable deaths. So actor Cary Grant dies of a cerebral hemorrhage.
Oh, wow.
And then stuntman Dar Robinson is killed on the set of the $1 Million Mystery. So I don't know that guy, but anyway, so that's really a look at movies. So as we jump over to TV in 1986, so this is sort of a 86-87 season. So thinking back, going way back in your 8th grade, 9th grade, and kindergarten years, Noel, what do you think was the highest rated TV show of 1986?
Like Hill Street Blues.
Cosby?
Noel's right.
Cosby. Okay.
So they had a 34.9 rating, followed closely by Family Ties.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Michael J. Fox,
which was always in my Family Ties and Cosby Show were always in my rotation, especially this third one. Any guesses what the third overall was?
I don't know.
This is before Seinfeld. So
before Seinfeld.
Is it a comedy, Steve?
It is a comedy.
Okay. What was up at that point?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Place where everybody knew your name. Cheers.
Oh, Cheers. Yeah.
Everybody knows your name.
Such a great show.
Oh yeah.
And you still follow Frasier. I think they even have a new I guess show on, I don't remember, one of the streaming platforms now with the new Frasier episodes. So still tied from Cheers. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Number 4 is Murder, She Wrote.
Angela Lansbury. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, I have been listening to the Sirius XM Christmas stations, and there is an Angela Lansbury, "We Need a Little Christmas," and she sings it in her most awesome New York voice, and I cannot get it out of my stinking head. We need a little Christmas now. I cannot get it out of my head. And now that you said Angela Lansbury, it's back in there. And thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. And
welcome.
I'm not happy with you right now. Oh. Side note, sorry.
Yeah, I still haven't recovered from the picture I showed you the other day of the fact that Nicolette Scorsese is 70 years old now. And
that doesn't even make sense.
That's really just disturbing.
Yeah, and for our listeners, that is the hot brunette in the red swimsuit.
Is she hot? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess you're right.
And Christmas Vacation.
Somebody said that was the case, Noel. It wasn't us, of course.
Yeah. Also worked the jewelry counter or perfume counter, or whatever, at the department store where Clark shopped. But anywho.
So is she in relation to like Martin Scorsese?
I wonder. I didn't look that up, but
interesting.
Yeah,
it's got to be. I mean, that's a name. It's not very common, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would not surprise me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's see. No, I'm reading up on. So she was born on January 6th, 1954. Research department just handed me this sheet.
Man, they're good.
They are quick. Nicolette Scorsese was born on January 6, 1954, United States. Not much is known about her family or personal life, although she is not related to Martin Scorsese, as many have wondered.
Interesting.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
But she's 70.
70 years old. No way. I mean,
yeah.
Doing all right for 70.
That's good.
you could hear Keith's brain shuffling through several comments.
I was like,
eject button.
Gotta click the filter on.
Okay to say, not to say, not okay to say,
not
okay
X,
to say.
X.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
No. Yes. So number 5 overall was another classic, and I'll admit being a fan of this, and still cracks me up when Rob and I watch it these days. The Golden Girls.
Oh man, that is my daughter Ashley. That's still one of her favorite shows. Like we literally religiously watch that when it's on to this day. It's so good, good.
Yeah, as we go through, like I think I pulled the top 20. Yeah, top 20, and so many of the shows, like there's very few where I can't say I didn't watch it, and like especially like recent years, I'm like I don't even know what the shows are on TV anymore. Mm-hmm. But, following the Golden Girls to 60 Minutes, and I think that was always on Sunday nights, if I remember right, or Saturday nights. Yep. Then another classic, Night Court. Love that one. Man. Bull was my favorite character in that one.
I would say that's probably one of my top 5 comedies of all time shows.
Yeah. He died this year.
Yeah.
Richard Mole.
Bull did.
That's right.
They tried to do a revival. I don't think it made with Harry's daughter being the judge. Yeah. I don't think it did very good. I think we talked about that when we first started the show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. There's one that's my favorite episode of that, and it's where they're all trying to. I don't know if I talked about this before, but they're all trying to get out of court at a certain time, and it's like a race to get all of the cases through. Have you ever seen that one where the last guy that comes in has like this? I can't remember the name of the syndrome he has, but it's a tortoise syndrome where it's like he goes super slow.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I've seen that one. And he's like, I remember that. Like he goes to like he gets his notebook out. He's
licks it. Yeah.
And then, like his page just turns.
I have a card that explains my condition.
It's in my briefcase.
Yeah.
And he like reaches for his briefcase.
So like there's this one time where he's looking at and he gets it and he pulls something out of his back pocket and he looks at it and then he slow motion slaps his forehead and he goes other pocket and like from that day forward till my dad passed away, like anytime we saw somebody that was just acting like an imbecile, right, we would both look at each other and go other pocket.
That's awesome.
Great show. Love it so much.
That is so funny, man.
The next one up's another great one, Growing Pains.
Yeah. What isn't that with Kirk Cameron?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moonlighting, I don't think I remember being on it. I don't think I ever had much interest in it.
Yeah,
that's
what
Willis, isn't it?
Yeah, got Bruce Willis's start with Sybil Shepherd. Yeah, I never watched it, but yeah, that was kind of what got him started.
Yeah. Who's the Boss was another classic.
That's a good one.
Is it Tony
Tony Danza?
Yeah.
Is it Tony Danza?
Yeah, it is Tony Danza. Yeah, and so that was number 10 overall. Number 11 was Dallas.
Oh wow, still going strong.
Yeah, what a great year.
It's the fifth time they shot JR, wasn't it?
Yeah, we shot JR again this time.
He's having a rough life.
He really has.
Newhart, Bob Newhart. His humor was a different flavor, I guess. Man. Very dry.
Yes,
and some I'd appreciate for him.
Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Yeah,
gotta love it. So, do you remember the finale of that show?
Mm-mm.
So, one of the coolest finales, I think, personally, in all of television. So, he, the last episode, right at the end of the episode, he woke up and he was back in the old Bob Newhart show from the 70s.
Oh, wow.
And the whole Newhart show was a dream that he had.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It turned out the whole thing was a dream, and he woke up with his old spouse in the original Bob Newhart show. And it was like, I just had the weirdest dream. And that was kind of how he ended the show. Pretty clever. Pretty clever.
Yeah. Number 13 was a show called Amen. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
Sherman, what's his last name? Yeah, the guy from Moving On Up.
Oh, Sherman Hensley?
Yeah, Sherman Hensley.
I think from Jeffersons.
Yeah, from the Jeffersons.
I don't know. That's not one I know.
Yeah.
And what about this one? 227.
Yes, that was another show that was like 227 was a street address or something, if I remember right.
Wasn't that a spinoff from something?
I don't remember for sure. I'm sure probably the research department's gonna give us some help, but
see if they can. Hold on, where are they at? Come on, guys, figure this out.
I know.
227. Coffee break.
Yeah, they probably are.
They don't even drink coffee, but they take them.
They take them a lot. I think we need to talk to them about that.
Yeah.
It was a series adapted from the 227, a stage written in 1978 by somebody about the lives of women in a predominantly black apartment building in the 1950 Chicago.
Interesting.
So it was a Florence Johnston, the maid on the Jeffersons, had starred in that. So I think she was in that too, but
very good.
Wasn't a spinoff, but it had similar people, I guess.
Yeah, went on for 5 seasons. I remember it. I remember seeing it on TV. The street address number popping up behind in front of the building. So yeah, very cool.
Number 15 was a 3-way tie at 18.6 rating. The first of the 3-way tie was Matlock, which I enjoyed that. Matlock always figured it out. You weren't getting past him.
I'm telling you what, this is the year that all of our grandparents watched Murder, She Wrote, Matlock. This is where it started right now. 2003, they're still watching Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock.
The time to go outside when those shows came on.
No doubt.
Talk about something to put you to sleep when you're 7-year-old. Good Lord.
No kidding.
And then the other two were CBS Sunday Night Movie and then the NBC Monday Night Movie. So lame.
Yeah.
Number 18 overall was Monday Night Football. It's sort of crazy to me that football was number 18 out of the top 23. That'd be in the top 10 at least, but 18.4 share. And then number 19 was Kate and Allie. And then number 20 overall was the NBC Sunday Night Movie. So,
okay, man, NBC was slacking in their movies apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way back there.
As we look at some of the debut TV shows in 1986, I got to tell you one of my favorite all-time TV shows. I'm glad we finally get to talk about Wayback Chronicles is the TV show of that cat-eating alien named Alf.
Alf, baby.
I love that guy's laugh. Ha! There's a while where I didn't know what my real laugh was anymore because I always did it to sound like Alf.
Oh man, I loved that show so much. Oh. Okay, so what planet was he from? Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, man.
It was a trivia question I had a couple of days ago, and I just had to laugh about it because it was all of these serious questions. That wasn't the answer. It was these other like planets, and then Melmac was one of the options. It was from Melmac, Planet Melmac.
Yeah.
So they don't like the cheese, I think, right? In the Melmac of cheese.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So good.
So first of all, it's amazing how many TV shows debuted. Of course, cable lineup was starting to expand a little bit around this time, and so a little bit more options to expand the variety of TV shows. But so many that I don't recall. We talked about 8 Men earlier. That was actually debuted in 1986.
Okay.
Gosh, Card Sharks came out, and I gotta believe that was a
game show
they brought back, right? Because I want to say that was in the 70s at one point.
Yeah.
The Care Bears family, Crook and Chase came out. I seem to remember that one a little bit. Dance Party USA. That
I don't know that one.
I don't know that.
Is it like the next generation of American Bandstand, maybe? Or
I think so. I think it was on like a Friday night or Saturday night.
Gotcha.
After Saturday Night Live, I think. Dennis the Menace TV series came on.
Oof.
Double Dare. I think that was on Nickelodeon, wasn't it?
Yes. Is that with the gack or
the slime or whatever?
Slime. Yeah.
That's what got the Nickelodeon slime started, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, just no crazy ones that jump out there. But you look at TV as a whole, like the top 10 especially, what a bunch of great shows.
Those are
a lot
awesome.
of shows you still find on TV these days, which I think is cool about that. And that really is the year of 1986 in TV and movies, guys.
I tell you, that's a lot of good stuff. That was a fun year.
Yeah.
So I think about those TV shows, and that was like you say, a lot of them weren't really like Matlock and Murder, She Wrote and Golden Girls. Like, I appreciate Golden Girls a whole lot more now. And I think it's great, but I wouldn't have watched them then. You know, I was too young. That I felt like that was my parents and grandparents' shows, but, and I still think the Murder, She Wrote, like my grandparents' shows, and they're not even with us anymore. But anyway, but like Golden Girls, I'd watch any day. I'd love to see what's going on with all of those ladies. They're crack me up. And what's crazy is, aren't they supposed to be the same age we are right now? From what I understand.
Oh, shut up.
Seriously? I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh, don't say that.
I need to get the research.
Did we learn recently that the cast from Cocoon is Wilford Brimley was the same age that we are at the time that he made that movie?
Which one?
Yeah.
Cocoon, Wilford Brimley.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You said that a couple weeks ago. Your texts have been really hard to take, Steve, lately.
I know. I like to demoralize everybody.
Right after my birthday, I'm like, God, kick me while I'm down. Why don't you?
No doubt. Oh man. Yeah. Rose was supposed to, well, she's not far off. She was supposed to be 55 at the start of the show.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. That makes me hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think we're older than the dude from Cocoon, right? What was his name? The diabetes dude?
Wilford Brimley.
Yeah. I think he was supposed to be in his like early 50s or late 40s or something.
Is he still
like
alive?
I think he died recently, didn't he?
Yeah, no.
Did he?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The beatus got him.
Yeah, I think he died. I want to say he died this year.
As a diabetic, I'm allowed to say that. So
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Wilford Brimley. I'm going to see.
Oh, died on August 1st of 2020.
Oh, okay. Wow. So. Okay. All right.
Seems like yesterday.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, good stuff, Steve. That's a lot of fun memories.
Thanks.
I need to go. There's a couple of like wartime movies that I need to go back and rewatch. Definitely Platoon. I was watching on YouTube. I went down one of those YouTube rabbit holes that Steve and I talk about a lot. And one of them was I started watching a bunch of clips of Apocalypse Now. Have you ever seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
I haven't either. And the clips that I was watching, I'm like, I got to go back and watch this because it was legitimately. I mean, you look at it and you go, "There's no way this was made in the 70s." It was so good. And then what's the one with Robin Williams? Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those three movies are, we've talked about Saving Private Ryan and those are awesome too. But of the three movies that I don't remember a whole lot of, those three, the Good Morning Vietnam and Platoon and Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So Keith, you mentioned just on a different topic here, but in the past podcast and even sidebar, you mentioned the Professor of Rock.
Oh yeah, so good.
And so I started watching some of it last Friday, and I try to find a way to watch at least one every single day now.
Oh, it's good.
In no particular order, and just the amount of depth. I love how he builds up the story, and of course, it also makes you wonder, how does he get the ability to play all have the rights to play all that stuff and have all that content on a show? He must be in the know, or he has a lot of money or something, but or has a great crew behind him.
He's got to have a great crew because of the people he's interviewed. He interviewed some legends. It's crazy how many people I'm like, I would love to be that dude, because the stories he's hearing, and think of the stories that they can't record that he's probably hearing too. Yeah, it's mind blowing. But he's got a great show. It's so fun to listen to it. Yeah,
that's a great thing about streaming TV these days and all the different TV platforms out there, is that so many people can create their own stuff, and a lot of it's really bad, but there's some really, really good stuff out there as well. So
true that.
All right, guys.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Steve. That's an awesome start. We've got our work cut out for us, Noel. A great start to the year of 1986. Coming up in the next episode will be, this is basically our first episode of season 3. And coming up in the next episode will be our first deep dive that Noel's going to be taking. I can't wait to hear what that one's all about.
Deep dive.
Deep dive. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, appreciate everything and all the research you did, Steve. It's a great start to kick off the next season and the start to the new year and end of this year of 2023. And we will catch everybody in the next episode.
Take care, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Wayback Chronicles. All shows are written and produced by Noel, Keith, and Steve. Massive thanks to those who made these memories possible for us through the years. All songs, sounds, and effects have been attributed in the comments section and through links listed on waybackchronicles.podbean.com. We look forward to taking you way back again in the very near future.